Hey, Ronnie.
Hey, Lou.
We're at the Sacramento Autorama.
I love it. 68th annual.
We're going to tell you more about it next on Men Are So Smart.
Good morning once again from Sacramento Autorama. Corvette.ronnie here. Wouldn't be a real Here we are again out of the 68th Sacramento Autorama.
Well, hi there, I'm Lou Gallagher.
I'm Corvette.ronnie.
And today we are at the Sacramento Autorama 2018. As Ronnie mentioned before, it's the 68th annual. It's the Autorama brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Ronnie, this is the longest running car show in history.
That's what I'm told.
68 years.
I don't have any reason to doubt that.
Okay, good, because you're the law authority here. And so I was thinking back as we were driving here today. I have been coming to the Autorama since I was about 8 years old, I think. So that was probably about 1968 or 69, I guess.
Yeah, I did not have anybody bring me here, so probably when I turned 16, which was 1973, was the first time that I actually attended with my buddies.
You were telling me a fun story about how you used to sneak in here with mirrors.
Yes. So my girlfriend at the time, Leanne, her dad always had a car on Autorama. In fact, he won the overall show one year. He got about a 7-foot tall trophy.
That's quite an accomplishment.
Yes. But we would show up on Thursday night, which is the day before the show actually starts, and we would come to the back gate and say, hey, we got some mirror tiles that have to go underneath the Clovis Richardson car. He'd go down the list. Yep, there you are. What kind of car is it? It's a 23T. Yep, go on in.
Go on in.
We would park for free, go in for free. You can go in. The guys are finishing up their cars. They're doing the final details.
On Thursday nights, right?
On Thursday nights, doing the final details. And you can talk to them about the cars. The funny thing about car people, they can't wait to talk about their cars.
And at great length, too.
Yes, yes.
That's what I've noticed.
So it was amazing, and it was so much fun. I did that. We went out about 2.5 years or so, and we came in here 2 or 3 times like that. Never failed.
Well, I can tell you that I've been in radio since about 1984. And I think for the last 10 years or so, I have been out here at the Autorama for the radio show over on K-Hits 101.5 in Sacramento, or anywhere in the world at 1015khits.com. I do a Saturday morning radio show. And so I've been out here for like the last 10 years, and I've seen all kinds of different cars. The last couple of years, their novelty cars have been the Get Smart car. They had the Batmobile. When I was a kid, I remember first seeing George Barris's Red Baron.
Oh, love that car. It was crazy with the helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so after I came out that year, it was probably like 1970 or something, and saw the Red Baron, I couldn't wait to rush home and go to the store, the Five and Dime, and get the model.
Oh, yes.
To build the model of the Red Baron.
Yeah, Revell had the model of that.
Yeah. I built all of those as well.
I remember coming here and seeing the Munster Mobile.
Oh, that's right, sure.
Yes. And I mean, he had cars in here every single year. He had sometimes 2 or 3. The Batmobile, and I mean, really everything you can think of that Barris touched. And I was just made aware, actually, on your show the other day by John Buck, who is the kind of the administrator out here,
right,
that George Barris kind of got his start in the Sacramento area.
Yeah, he and his brother Sam worked out of Roseville, California for a while, and then George moved down to Southern California and put in roots with his fabrication of cars. And, they've meant so much to me over the years. And as we're talking here, we're showing some of the photos from the show that we took, and you'll be seeing some of what we deem to be some of the best looking cars and trucks.
And there's a lot of them out here, so it was it's not an easy process to whittle it down to the best 10 or 15.
Well, tell me, first of all, we saw this beautiful blue 55 Ford pickup truck.
Yep.
I have deep roots with Ford pickup trucks. I had a 54 for a couple of years that I drove back in high school, so I'm really fond of the body style of the Ford trucks, but this blue one was just beyond amazing.
It's like a deep cobalt blue. I'll bet you in the shade it probably looks black. It's under the lights there, and you can see the blue. The metal flake is unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's a super nice paint job, which by the same token, we have a friend of ours out here that painted a couple cars that are in the show, and that one, I think it's the 34
Coupe?
Yes. Wow, it's kind of a bronzy color.
Yeah.
Man, the metal flake is
It reminds me
amazing.
of a marble.
Yes.
Those marbles you just play with the kids. I love that color. It's kind of like a root beer, cinnamon.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
The other car, although nice, wouldn't have been my first, choice for a color, but I'm sure the owner, that's the color that he chose, and Rich was more than happy to oblige him, I'm sure. Paint job is very nice, but color, not my thing so much.
Yeah, we're very fond of the guys at Tim's Hot Rods. Rich does a lot of work for Tim Lowry.
Yep.
And he has a booth out here every year. We went by to try to catch up with him and maybe talk with him for a few minutes, but I guess they won't be here till a little later this afternoon.
Yep.
So we are, you're seeing this recorded. We are here on a Sunday, and this is the final day of the show, which is really cool because a little later on this afternoon, they will have, I believe, the pinup contest, and they will be giving away the awards.
The awards presentation.
Yeah, live music going on all
Yep.
day long. We cannot escape the music as hard as we tried.
Yes.
Only because YouTube won't allow us to share any of the music, so we are out in the middle of an empty parking lot.
Yeah, kind of the food. This would be the food aisle typically.
At the State Fair.
Yeah, the State Fair,
Yeah.
and there's nothing out here right now, and no music in the background. So this was the only place we found in the whole Autorama where you can't hear music in the background.
We're doing our best, YouTube, okay?
Yes,
Give
we're
us a
trying.
break.
We're trying.
We already had a Facebook show shut down.
Yes.
And it was a good episode, too.
Dang, it was.
Had the national anthem in it and everything.
Perfect.
But again, there are regulations and copyright rules, and we understand that.
We
and
get
try
it.
to work with it,
Yeah.
okay? So, Ronnie, when you come out here to the Autorama, is there something that you look for in particular, whether it be paint or a year of car, or what do you look for?
I love me some 69 Camaro, and I love the mid-year Corvettes, which are like the 63 to 67 Corvettes.
What was the black one that we're showing right here? What was that, a 57?
The 57 Corvette. In fact, that one was done by Dave Kindig, who's got a booth out here. He's not from here. He's from either Las Vegas or Salt Lake City or something like that. So he comes a long ways, but he's also, I saw him at the SEMA show. I see him at Hot August Nights. So definitely anything car related. He's got a car or two there, as well as a booth where he sells merchandise and signs autographs and takes pictures. He's a very fan-oriented
Approachable?
type guy. Very approachable, super nice guy.
Not like me.
Polar opposite.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Okay.
But that Corvette was really nice. In the building we just came out of, there's a beautiful 67 427 3.2 barrel Corvette in there, convertible, amazing. And then right behind it, there's an earlier 63 Corvette, but it's done up more as a resto mod instead of a restoration.
When we were doing the interview with John Buck on the radio show, he mentioned the cartoon Volkswagen.
That's crazy.
Bus.
It's crazy. The front end opens up, much like if you're familiar with the BMW Isetta. The front end of the car opens up, and that's how you get in and out of the front seat.
That'd be so weird.
It's so bizarre, but it is, God, it's very, very cool. The whole top of the bus has got an arc to it, and they have a surfboard up top that matches the same arc. So as far as surfing, it's probably useless, but it really goes with the vehicle.
You know what I did notice? There's no Vegas, Ronnie.
I'm a little disappointed.
Or Pintos.
No Vegas, no Pintos.
Ronnie, I should tell you, if you don't know, Ronnie is a car guy like me, and goes back many, many years. And what he was famous for in high school and afterwards was V8 Vegas.
Yes. So I had a 71 Vega. Started out with a 327, and there was a guy at a Grand Auto store that had a Pinto with a 289.
Oh my gosh.
And we would always meet at Sacramento Raceway on Wednesday nights. They had grudge matches. You could match up against whoever you wanted, and we would race. And about once a month, I was faster, and then the next month, he'd be faster, he'd do something. And then I put in a 350. My buddy Ed Reed gave me a tunnel ram with 2 4s. And from that point on, I was pretty much untouchable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that car was so fast. And it was great. But
I rode in it once, Ronnie, and I gotta tell you, that was about 40 years ago.
Yep.
And I still go to the chiropractor weekly for my neck, because when you hit that gas,
yeah, you could put $100 bill on the dash and nobody's going to be able to touch
reach it. Yeah, no way.
That was a fun car.
I like to come out and see the Firebirds. Back in a minute ago in high school, I used to drive a 68 Firebird. It was a root beer brown color, which I just loved. And it had a 404 speed in it. I think it was about 350 horsepower or so. And I looked out here this year, I saw a couple 69s. I saw a 68, but the 68 had a 350 in it.
Yep. As did the 69. The 69 in the building there also. That, I think they called it a Sprint or something, a Firebird
Oh, yeah,
Sprint.
it's Sprint. Right. You don't see as many.
No.
You just don't.
I think the people that have them, they're worth a small fortune now. It's kind of like an SS 396 Camaro.
Yeah.
You see a lot of SS 350s, which is what I have, but you don't see a lot of SS 396s. And the people that have them hang on to them, and they're worth a lot of money.
I certainly enjoy looking at the vintage pickup trucks as well.
Yeah.
I enjoy the old 50 series Chevrolets. We saw, in fact, this one here that you're seeing is both brown and green. And Ronnie, what did you say to me when we were in there?
I said, dude, pick a color.
Pick a
brown
color.
or green.
What's it going to be?
Which one?
One or the
Come
other.
on, man.
It's beautiful though.
It is amazing.
You literally can shave looking into the paint jobs of these cars.
Yeah.
They're so vividly crystal clear.
Boy, the detail work they put on them. I mean, I detail my Corvette quite a bit, but man, these guys, they take it to a whole new level.
Yeah, I don't see you putting mirrors under your car.
No.
Although you could try that.
I might try that next time I get home. Yeah,
Maybe we should do a show from inside your Corvette.
We could do that.
That'd be pretty awkward. All right, so Ronnie and I have been out here since about 9 o'clock this morning, and we're just about out of gas for 2 old guys.
Yeah.
So
I might just stretch here out on the table and take a little nap.
There's plenty of tables I could show you. We could both have a table. But see, my problem, when I take a nap, 3 hours.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that tired.
Boy, like 20 minutes, I feel recharged.
I wish I could do that. But there's so much to see and do, and as you're watching this video now, it's too late to go to the Autorama for 2018.
Unfortunately.
But if you're a car person like we are, you might want to think about making plans to come out here next year. I met with a dad and a son who were big listeners to the radio program. They listen every Saturday. The son is starting to get into tuners.
Oh, okay.
And the dad loves the classics, kind of like me and my son. My son has one of those 240SX drifter cars, rear-wheel drive, and that's what his son was in. But pretty much what he was saying was it was the first time that they've ever been to the Autorama.
Wow. Well, hopefully it's not the last.
I hope so too.
I mean, this show really has something for everybody. There are lowriders, there's trucks, there's motorcycles,
For sure.
there's bicycles.
Yeah.
Anything you can customize, people have brought it out here.
Lots of booths with merchandise as well.
Yep. In fact, there's a booth where a guy is pinstriping. I saw a motorcycle tank sitting out in front of him, so obviously he's going to be doing a demonstration on that. I mean, anybody with any kind of talent, automotive speaking, they're out here.
On a sad note, we went by the Tognotti's booth.
Oh boy.
Tognotti's was the shit
Yeah.
back when we were growing up.
That was it.
And
I believe the show was
Sponsored?
Tognotti's.
Yeah.
Before it was O'Reilly's, it was Tognotti's.
and now reduced to just a small booth.
Maybe a 20-foot booth with about 15 products on the wall. And
Do you suppose that's the economy? I mean,
I'll tell you what, I did some Christmas shopping in Tognotti's, and it was me and 2 other people in there.
Oh.
So I would guess that they probably stay open by mail order, computer type business.
Yeah, brick and mortars.
But
yeah.
man, that's a big building. It's a lot of square footage to pay for when you have 2 customers inside. So I'm not sure what's keeping it open.
Well, we enjoyed the Autorama this year. Did a live broadcast from out here for a couple of hours, and then got a chance to go through the buildings and see some of the excellent cars, and we thought we would share those with you via picture, and we hope that you've enjoyed them.
Because we're sharers. That's how we roll.
Sharers or givers? I'm confused. Givers.
Yeah, we're givers. Yeah.
Let's be sharers today.
I don't think sharer is a word. Sharer.
Well, I'm good at making up words that don't exist, so.
Specifically about car
Specifically about cars. Idiot. All right, so I think that's going to about do it from out here. You'll see some of the information where you can find out more below in our descriptor. You'll also find our website, our social media sites, our blogs, and also our sponsors. And we hope that when you need their services, then you'll use them. That's why they're here. They help us bring you the show absolutely free, and hope to be able to continue doing so for a long, long time. Also, a special thanks to Tiki Man Radio.
Yeah.
Ronnie has the new app on his phone and listens to it all the time.
I wash my truck once a week. Tiki Man Radio plays in the background.
It's tikimanradio.com. They do have a new app for your iOS or Android system, and you will love the music. You will hear songs that take you back. You'll hear songs that you've never heard before. All of them very island-esque.
Yeah, I was telling Lou, it's got a Jimmy Buffett kind of a vibe to it.
Yeah.
Very laid back and super relaxing.
He does a Sunday morning show that's just awesome. It's called Sunday Mornings with Tiki Man, for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
And
It's a good name.
really,
Why didn't we think of that?
I don't know. I think because it was taken.
Yeah.
That's never stopped us. All right, that'll do it for us. I'm Lou Gallagher,
I'm Corvette Ronnie.
and this has been yet another episode of Men Are So Smart, live on location at the Sacramento Autorama 2018. We'll see you next time.